Hey everyone, it's Joe from Multi-Sport Mindset. Today I'm going to give you 10 baseball bunting tips so you can learn how to bunt a baseball. Be sure to stick around to the end of the video because I'm going to compete in a bunting challenge where if I fail, I'm going to have to climb up, over, and down a big baseball fence while Coach Orv tries to peg me and knock me down with tennis balls. Number one of my top 10 tips for baseball to become a better bunter is to move up in the box. When you move up in the box, you create way more fair territory and a larger margin for error. So even if I was to bunt that ball straight down, it's now fair, where if I'm at the back of the box or even halfway back in the box, it's foul. If I bunt that ball right down the foul line, I've got 2 to 3 feet on both sides of fair territory to work with. Number two, once we've moved up in the box, is to move in on the plate. We want to be able to handle the outside pitch and the inside pitch equally well. If I'm too far, it becomes very difficult to bunt that outside pitch. If I'm too close and I'm out of the batter's box, if I make contact, I'm now out. So number one, up in the box. Number two is in on the plate. Number three is to get nice and low in an athletic, stable position. So as a right-handed batter, I'm going to square up to first base almost like I'm fielding a ground ball. So that means from here, I'm opening up slightly, turning that back foot, pointing it towards first base. Now if somebody was to push me, I'm not going to fall. I'm very stable, and I actually do that with a lot of the players. I give them a little push, see if they're in a good spot. Because if you square around like this, it's very wobbly. It's tough to bunt that outside pitch. Number four is that we want to predict where the pitcher's going to throw the ball. A good pitcher will most likely throw it down around your knees to get a weak ground ball. So we want to get, once we're in that position where we're up in the box, in on the plate in a stable position, we get nice and low. Think of getting right where that good strike will be at your knees. That way, I'm in the strike zone. So if the ball is above me, I take it because it's a ball. If it's below me, I take it because it's a ball. But now I'm right where I need to be to bunt that ball. Number five is that I want to have the bat right in front of my eyes, and getting low allows me to do that. If I'm up here and the bat's below me, I can't see the ball coming in for those last 6 to 8 inches. But if I'm low and the bat's right in front of my eyes, now I can see it. Number six is that I want to have this thumbs up position right on the barrel of the bat. Now, if the ball was to hit me, it's still going to hurt, but my hand can come off. If I've got my fingers wrapped around, when that ball hits it, it's going to crunch your fingers. It's going to hurt a lot more, potentially break one. The other hand is kind of a steering hand or a rudder that allows me to angle the pitch. So I have it right on the knob here. Number seven is that we want to create or preset our angle before that ball is ever thrown. So if I want to bunt the ball to first, I push the knob away from me, creating a perfect angle towards first base. Now all the ball's got to do is hit that bat. If I want to bunt the ball to third, I pull that bat towards my nipple. I've preset that angle for a perfect bunt towards third. Number eight is to square way earlier than you think, because a well-placed bunt is way more important and crucial for getting on base than surprising the defense or getting out of the batter's box quickly. A well-placed bunt is always a difficult play to make. Number nine is to think about, if there's runners on base, where do we want to bunt the ball? If there's a runner at first base, we want to bunt the ball to first, because the third baseman is crashing early. If we bunt the ball to third, it's an easy play to first, potentially a double play. If we bunt the ball hard to first and make them field it, they're probably only going to be able to get that out at first. And if the first baseman was to crash early, we just pull our bunt back and our runner at first base cruises into second. If there's a runner at second or first and second, what we want to do is we want to bunt that ball hard at third base, because we want that third baseman to have to come in and field it. They aren't able to crash early, because if they crash early, again, we pull the bunt back, our runners steal that bag, we move up a base. The first baseman will be crashing early because they don't have anyone to hold on. And if there's a runner at first, they don't have to hold them on because there was a runner at second in this situation. So bunt the ball hard to the third baseman so our runners can advance, the third baseman's forced to field it, try to get that out at first. Number 10 is to think about what situations might we want to bunt or use bunting to our advantage. So an easy way to think about it, let's say that the third baseman has a weak arm. You bunt the ball to them, you're probably going to get on base. Let's say that the third baseman, or the first baseman as well, is playing very deep. A well-placed bunt gets you on base. Let's say that you're a line drive, hard ground ball hitter, and the fielders are playing you deep on the infield and some of those hits aren't going through. If you bunt one time and it's a well-placed bunt, now the corners are forced to come in, which gives them less range, allowing you to get more hits over the course of a season. I can remember one super cool example that I myself had was I was playing in Germany. I hit a home run. My next at bat, everyone was playing deep. I bunted the ball. Nobody's expecting it. You can do it. You will get more hits over the course of a season by adding bunting into your repertoire, because hitting is difficult, but bunting the ball is actually a little bit more simple because we're just trying to make contact. We've already preset our angle, we've preset our pitch selection, we're where the ball's gonna be. Yeah, it's a good tool to have. Okay, now we're on to the bunting challenge, where I'm gonna have 40 seconds to hit all 4 targets that are in the field. There's 2 at first base and 2 at third base, where if I fail, I'm gonna have to climb over the large fence and Coach Orv is gonna try and knock me down with tennis balls. Let's get after it. 3, 2, 1, go. Thanks so much for watching. If you enjoyed this video, please smash that like button and subscribe to Multisport Mindset for more ways to improve your athleticism and increase your in-game performance. Also, if you have a consequence that you'd like me to try if I fail, post in the comments below.